The following portion of Bloom is sponsored by Lifeguard Imaging.
Coming up on Bloom, we're celebrating Time Magazine selecting Tampa as one of the best cities to live in the world. Today, you'll meet the people who are playing a role in developing our amazing backdrop and find out how our restaurant scene in Tampa helped us climb the list. We will have all that and more as Bloom, presented by Lifeguard Imaging, starts now. I'm Gayle Guyardo. Welcome to Bloom, presented by Lifeguard Imaging, a full hour dedicated to your health and wellness, so get ready to bloom. Today we're celebrating Time Magazine selecting Tampa as one of the best places to live in the world, and our healthy lifestyle plays into that. Tampa is home to one of few places with innovative technology readily available to detect heart disease and cancer in their earliest stages. Having access to this 3D low radiation scan is literally saving lives every day, which is critical because an alarming study is showing that many people have coronary heart disease, don't have any symptoms, so they're not taking the proper medications to prevent a heart attack, stroke, or even death. And that's exactly what happened to our next guest. Joining us now is cardiac arrest survivor Ernie Withers and NFL great and former Tampa Bay Buccaneer Martine Gramatica, who is also the Vice President of Business Development at Lifeguard Imaging. Gentlemen, welcome to Bloom. It's so nice to meet you.
Well, thank you. Nice to meet you. Nice to be here.
Yeah, and thank you, Martine, for introducing us, because this is one of those real life stories that we talk about all the time on Bloom. People that look like the picture of health. They're living their best life, and they never knew there's something going on the inside. So what happened to you?
Well, 6 weeks ago exactly, February 21st, we had a chamber event down in Manatee County, and every year when the Pittsburgh Pirates would come to town, we would always have an opportunity to shag fly balls at spring training. So I happened to be able to, I retired on December 31st, and I decided, well, I'm going to get to do it this year because I don't have to work. So we went over to Pittsburgh Pirates Field. We were with all the players and the team. We took a group picture, and we're out on the field shagging fly balls. And next thing you know, I had a sudden cardiac arrest event. I ended up in the hospital. They took me to the emergency room, and unfortunately for the staff at the Pittsburgh Pirates, Dr. Patrick DeMayo, the head trainer and doctor for the Pittsburgh Pirates, he performed CPR on me. My heart stopped for 2 to 3 minutes. They had to use an AED to bring me back to life. And the thing that was amazing to me is when we got to the hospital, they did my EKG, and my EKG read perfectly. So it was just a sudden cardiac arrest event. My heart stopped, and if I was not where I was, I wouldn't be talking to you today.
Well, I'm so glad that you are okay. And, you know, and Ernie wanted to come on our show to talk about Lifeguard Imaging, something that, Martine, we have this conversation every week. Early detection, we're one of the few places in the Tampa Bay area to have this kind of technology that would have detected this, where the doctors and the EKGs and everything else that you had been through showed you had a clean bill of health. And if you go through the scan, it would have caught it.
Yes, Gayle, and we're one of 5 in the country that are doing preventative scans the way we do it with the Legacy program. And when I heard about Ernie, and I couldn't believe it, because I go to a lot of Bucks trips, and I see Ernie all the time. He's full of energy. He's always the life of the party, always having a good time. And when I heard the story, I said, I could not believe it. So immediately I got his number. I called him up and just see how he was doing. And you could see in great spirits, feeling great. But thank God it happened where it happened. But like you said, the scanner, because the EKG and stress tests, they're good markers. But at times they're wrong, just like my friend Paulette. She passed an EKG, a stress test, and was walking 7 miles a day. And her cardiologist said, your heart's fine. And sure enough, she came to get a scan from us. 95% blocked LAD, had a stent put in that saved her life 2 weeks after our scan. So in Ernie's case, thank God that it happened where it happened. If not, he probably wouldn't be talking to us today.
Yeah, Ernie, I wish we had the time I could talk to you all day about this. I'm so grateful that you're here with us. You look amazing.
Thank you.
With seconds left, I mean, would you recommend that people take advantage? It's a free heart scan.
Absolutely. In fact, just like what Martine said, I was walking 5 miles a day, 5-6 days a week. I was playing golf 3-4 times a week in a golf league, and if I was anywhere else, I wouldn't be here. But talking to Martine, who's a good friend, lifeguard imaging is definitely what I would recommend to anybody to do. It takes 10 minutes, low image CT scan, and I can't wait to share this with all my friends and let them know what can I do to prevent what happened to you.
Yeah, my husband Mark and I are part of the Legacy program. To know what's going on inside your body is a gift, and we're just talking about the heart. Once you get in, if you like what you see, you can also scan for hundreds of different forms of cancers. They're catching it, in pre-stage stages. So it's incredible. Gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us on Bloom. Ernie, what a pleasure it is to meet you.
Well,
I'm so glad you're doing well.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Martine.
Thank you, I appreciate you coming on.
All right, pick up the phone right now, 813-582-5222, or visit lifeguardimaging.com. You'll receive a Bloom special offer, a free heart scan when you mention Gayle or Bloom. That's a $599 value. So call now, 813-582-5222 for this special offer. We'll be back with more Bloom right after this.
The preceding portion of Bloom was sponsored by Lifeguard Imaging.
You're watching Bloom, presented by Lifeguard Imaging, saving lives through early detection. Call now, 813-582-5222 to schedule your scan today.
Do you owe $10,000 or more to the IRS?
Call the tax man. Ooh, call the tax man. Call the tax man.
If you owe $10,000 or more to the IRS, call me right now. The IRS is the most relentless collection agency in America. They have the power to legally take everything you own. Home, paycheck, autos, any asset you have. So what do? Call me now. My team of experts can help you keep your money. We have programs that can significantly reduce or eliminate what you owe, even payment plans that now stretch out for months. We can also stop collection calls, wage garnishments, and remove tax liens. So if you owe the IRS a lot of money and you want to keep it, don't wait. Call the tax man right now.
Call the tax man. Ooh, call the tax man. Call the tax man.
We are celebrating Time Magazine picking Tampa as one of the best places in the world to live. Our new Water Street district played a huge role in all of the accolades. Backed by Bill Gates and Tampa Bay Lightning owner Jeff Vinik, the district has incredible restaurants opening, including Bouillon Brasserie, with a lot of healthy cuisine on the menu. Joining us now is the man with the vision to open Bouillon and many restaurants here in Tampa Bay, Next Level Brands restaurateur, Jeff Gigante. Jeff, what a pleasure it is to have you on Bloom.
Always happy to be with you, Gayle.
So Jeff, as you know, I've been a huge fan of yours for many, many years, and I think it was nearly a decade ago that you and I met at the world famous Burns restaurant, and we sat down and you kind of talked me through your vision about what you saw for Howard Avenue becoming what it is today, what you saw for the Hyde Park Village district. And now you're part of what is putting us on the map here in Tampa. So your vision has been incredible.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I mean, Tampa's not a hard town to love. We have so much beautiful weather here and all the great residents, and the people are very friendly, the best airport in the country. And I've been here since the mid-90s opening restaurants and listening to customers, and I've seen a ton of influx of people moving to this area. I think it's like 1,000 people a week now. So I always knew that Tampa was going to grow up and kind of shake off its small town skin and become this beautiful metropolis. It was just a matter of timing. And you see with Jeff Vinik, a man of huge vision that comes in and does such wonderful things with our Tampa Bay Lightning, and then puts out this amazing vision of we want to create a real city center downtown. And he started doing it. And the funny thing is a lot of those buildings happened during COVID. So everybody was shuttered at home. And then all of a sudden they opened their eyes in mid-22 and there's these beautiful high rises. It looks like Chicago or New York. And we're just honored to be kind of at the front door of that Water Street development with Bouillon Brasserie.
So and what's so cool about this too is that you are homegrown. You're from the Tampa Bay area. I am too, third generation. And for me, my biggest dream working in television news is that this city would become something that my children would one day want to come home to.
Correct.
That they would go off to do their college careers and live their lives, but one day come home. And when you think about it, that's what we've become.
It is. It absolutely has been. It's been a lot of, before, in the decades before where we are currently, a lot of people were coming here, going to school, and then going off to have their careers. Now we have tremendous financial strength in the financial industry here. The tech industry has exploded with Embark Collective and, you know, the Tampa Bay Wave. A lot of things drawing people in, not to mention no income tax, and beautiful sun, and great airport, and not too much traffic right now, although it's getting worse. But you know,
it's getting kind of California.
It is.
You know, anybody knows that the restaurant industry is a tough industry to be in.
It is.
Yet you're growing by leaps and bounds.
We are.
Talk to me a little bit about your vision, and because it's one thing to have a dream, it's another thing to see it to fruition. And it's almost like you throw things out. I should have aired the clip. I mean, I should have aired the clip. If you could have seen the passion and the vigor in your eyes, like it's like you put it out into the universe, and it happens. So,
I believe that. I'm faith-filled. I'm also very spiritual, and I believe that what you want in this life, you've got to claim it, put it out into the universe, and I've been believing this forever. And you know, you reporting on all the amazing things that have happened here over the years, and telling the stories, because that's what business is. You know, restaurants get to tell great stories of making memories every night, but I really believed that we were going to be this metropolis that has happened here, and I've worked very hard to create, you know, elevations in culinary throughout the Tampa Bay area. That's our mission at Next Level Brands, is to elevate the culinary landscape of Tampa Bay, and that's what we're doing, one concept at a time.
it must make you very proud of the people getting behind what you're doing,
Oh,
because
yeah, it's
you do
amazing.
have the Jeff
Right. Well,
Phoenix. I mean,
yeah.
these people are like, listen, we're in line with you. Let's
Yeah.
see what happens.
Absolutely.
And that faith
Well,
that they have in you,
you
must
know, and
mean a
people
lot.
vote with their dollars, and so, you know, our tables being full every night is a blessing, and I'm humbled by it. I'm grateful for it every time. But we've created an amazing magnetic force to be drawing some of the best hospitality veterans in the industry to Tampa, and coming to want to create and become part of what Next Level Brands is building. And you know, Tampa is right in line there. I think we're going to be talked about in the same sentence as New York City and LA and Chicago and all these great metropolises where you've got all these things to come and see and do.
So what you said about Howard Avenue, it is a scene.
Yes,
You know,
it is.
Hyde Park, it's unbelievable what we have there. Now the Water Street district that we're looking at right now is just, you get chills when you walk down the sidewalks there. So since you seem to have a crystal ball, you know, what's next for Jeff Gigante?
Well, we're opening this week Union New American in the West Shore Business District, right there on West Shore between Cypress and Boy Scout, between the two malls. And we believe that's an area that's about to become hyper centralized in the Tampa landscape.
That's so cool. And another thing that I think is really great is that all of these people in Tampa making the landscape such an incredible place to live. You guys all know each other. You work together.
Oh, yeah.
You know, even if it's two competing restaurants, you know, everybody from Chef Pont to sitting down,
Sure.
you want to see each other succeed because it's for the greater good of the city.
Absolutely. I don't look as I have any competition in any of these other great restaurateurs. I believe we're all on the same path of creating a landscape in Tampa where people are drawn to this city, and we've got real chefs creating beautiful concepts, and there's only one me inside my head, so no one's competing with that and what I want to do. I feel the same way them, and they open up next door to us. Blake Casper, we were talking about doing a beautiful concept at the other end of our block, Predolina, and which is much needed, this Peruvian kind of Mediterranean seafood place. I can't wait for them to open up because I know it's only going to draw more and more people to our district.
Jeff, man, I so
Thanks,
respect
yeah.
you. Thank you for
Appreciate
coming
that.
on
Thanks so
Bloom.
much for having us.
Absolutely. We are going to post a story on our website, and when we come back, the executive chef from Boulogne Brasserie is joining us in the Bloom kitchen so you can get a sample of what Time Magazine is talking about. Bloom, we'll be right back. You're watching Bloom, presented by Lifeguard Imaging, saving lives through early detection. Call now 813-582-5222 to schedule your scan today. Welcome back. We're celebrating Time magazine featuring Tampa as one of the top places to live in the world. And our restaurant scene plays a big role in that, many with healthy options on the menu. And joining us now from Boulon Brasserie is executive chef Hab Hamday and Next Level Brands partner Joseph Gugino. Gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much for having us, Gayle.
And congratulations. I mean, it's not every day that Time magazine makes specific mentions. And really the food scene in Tampa Bay is upping at an all-time high.
It certainly is. It's growing. There's so many great concepts coming to Tampa, so many people working together. We're just so proud
to be part of it. So what are we making today?
Well, today's chef is going to be making two dishes.
Steak tartare. It's a tenderloin with a little bit of egg, mustard, and scallion, chives, and shallots, and potato chips. We're also making butter poached shrimp salad with truffle beurre blanc.
All right, awesome. So as chef, as you put this all together, Joseph, kind of talk us through, what we're experiencing today.
Sure. So the birth of Boulon Brasserie came when we had the opportunity to do a concept on Water Street, and we just loved that area, and we wanted to think about what concept we wanted to do that we were passionate about and what would do well there. So working together, talking with the landlord, we both decided that the brasserie would be a really good idea, as we felt that that was an area in Tampa that we could excel and bring something that really wasn't happening. So it was great.
Well, talk to me, because for people that don't understand, what a brasserie is, because
Sure.
this is probably one of the first in the Tampa Bay area, or if there are others, there are not many. What's the feel of a brasserie supposed to be like?
Absolutely. So a brasserie is much like a trattoria is to Italian food. It's casual French food. It's very approachable. Our approach is France by way of America. So we do a lot of casual French dishes, but we bring a little bit of an American twist and approachability to it. And it's dining that's meant to be not only easy and fun, but all day long. So we want to see people eating oysters and drinking champagne at 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
I love it.
Listening to jazz on Sundays and eating caviar all day. So it's great.
So, Chef, you got the shrimp going there. What happens next?
Next is the salad is mixed with balsamic vinaigrette, a little bit shallot.
And this is great because then you can have something healthy, like the surf, the shrimp, it has some sauce on there. You're paired with a salad. I mean, that in itself is a, like you said, kind of a savory situation going on, like you have here with the steak tartare,
Right.
but with a healthy twist.
Exactly. The steak tartare is something that's great for lunch, but it's also great as an appetizer. So it's kind of all-day dining, great for a snack at the bar. The shrimp beurre blanc is wonderful because you're getting warm shrimp, but then you're getting the contrast of that cold and beautiful salad. And those shrimp can be added as a protein to any salad. We've done a mixed green salad today, a vert green salad, but those shrimp can go with anything.
That's amazing. That is absolutely amazing. And when you get down in the vibe of what's happening in the Water Street district, I mean, this almost has almost like an old school New Orleans feel to it, where you would walk in, and the restaurant wraps around the corner, and you just kind of go into a feel like that. And that is new to Tampa residents. I mean, we're not used to that kind of vibe. We have a tremendous restaurants. I mean, this is why Time Magazine pointed to Tampa, but it is all part of the vibe as well.
It is. So many people say that when they're at Boulon that they feel like they're in a different city.
Yeah.
And that is by design. My wife is from Montreal and she has family in France. So we've been to a lot of these French brasserie, bistro style restaurants. As a matter of fact, our designer, Zebelon Perron, is from Montreal. So he was able to bring those designs from France and Montreal into Tampa, and we think you can feel it.
That's awesome. And Bloom is a health and wellness show, so we try to stick to the healthier meals, but there's always a little bit of room for dessert. I know you guys opened up next door a bakery, and so you guys are doing something special for Taylor Swift, I hear, coming to town?
We're gonna do a little surprise for the Taylor Swift concert. Yes, we have a wonderful pastry chef that oversees all of the concepts at Next Level Brands.
So
that's Summer Bailey.
Okay.
She, like Chef Hab, worked at Burns Steakhouse here in Tampa for a long time. And We did do a couple of the healthier desserts. I know you and I both have a sweet tooth. So we have the chocolate and vanilla profiteroles, both with the chocolate sauce. And then we have the creme brulee with fresh berries.
I love it. Well, thank you both, Chef Hab. What an honor it is to have a great chef like you on Bloom. I really appreciate you joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely, absolutely. And we're going to share this story with you online, and stick around to meet WWE's global ambassador, Titus O'Neil, who many think of as Tampa's ambassador. Quite frankly, he is, as Bloom continues to celebrate our city being selected as one of the best places to live in the world. Bloom will be right back.
Have you ever felt leg pain, restlessness, cramps, tingling, swelling, numbness, itchiness, or coldness? Then you need the new, clinically proven Legzercise Pro, the natural circulation booster that uses continuous automatic leg movement to soothe pain and promote healthy circulation the natural drug-free way.
After using Legzercise for a week, I felt like I wanted to go for a walk again without pain like I used to.
Legzercise Pro's patented walking simulator propulsion technology moves your feet back and forth along its concave track, creating constant movement and flex at both the knee and ankle joints. It's like having a physical therapist right in your own home.
It's helped with the swelling and the pain. The tingling feeling is gone.
Call right now and order your very own Legzercise Pro, the clinically proven automatic leg mover that soothes pain and naturally promotes healthy circulation. Call now.
We're back celebrating Time Magazine picking Tampa as one of the best places in the world. And really, it's the people with vision who live here that make it such an incredible place to live. And that includes our next guest, Thaddeus Bullard, AKA WWE Global Ambassador Titus O'Neil, who is the founder of the Bullard Family Foundation. Titus, it's such a pleasure to see you.
How are you?
I'm doing really well. So today we're featuring the people, the places that make Tampa an incredible place to live. And you, with such deep roots and such a history here, you're one of those people.
Well, first off, thank you for letting me be included in we have a very eclectic group of great people here in all shapes, sizes, ways, forms, and etc. So to be able to be amongst that list is great. I moved to Tampa here in 2005. I'm not a Tampa native, but I do, claim this city and will never leave this city or this area simply because of how beautiful it is. We got the best airports. We're, closing in on having some of the best restaurants in the world. As Time Magazine, spotlighted our city, spotlighted our area. I'm just very fortunate to be able not only to serve here, but also to have businesses here. I'm an investor with Jeff Gigante and Next Level Brands. We just opened up Boulan Brasserie a few months ago, and then right behind that, Union, great American restaurant off of West Shore. And so just fortunate enough to be able to be partnered with some great people to continue to help make this area grow in so many ways, helping the less fortunate, but also coming together with the fortunate and just continue to make Tampa, the Bay Area, a great area to live in.
And you're also contributing to the arts, which is also another amazing reason that people love our area. Tell me about that.
Yeah, so we have Hits the Musical on tour. It's a 50-show, 48-city tour of 10 to 22-year-old amazing, talented young men and women. 7,000 of them auditioned for the show. 29 made it. I get to serve as the executive producer alongside the great Dionne Warwick, Grammy Award-winning artist, and also to Damon Elliott and our good friend here, also a Tampa Bay native and great contributor to the Tampa Bay community, Bob Grease.
I always joke, I want to take the same vitamins and have the same health regimen as Titus has, because the man is everywhere. And another place that, my respect for you, which I already had, grew unbelievably, like it mushrooms all the time, is the help that you give our children here in Tampa Bay. I've had the privilege of stepping foot with you at Sly Middle Magnet School that now, shares your name as well. Tell me about that effort.
The 12-year-old me wants to continue to make sure a lot of other 12-year-old me's have an opportunity, and these kids that are in this sixth highest growth area of children living in poverty in the state of Florida have an opportunity to see things differently. I truly believe that exposure leads to expansion, and giving these kids the exposure that they need to be around great people, have great resources, and hopefully have greater outcomes. That was what happened to me. I truly believe, as my book says, there's no such thing as a bad kid. You take kids and put them in great situations around great people, and they have a greater chance to succeed. So all the work that we're doing at the Thaddeus and Bullard Academy at Slide Middle Magnet School is all about not only promoting education, but also culture, climate, and continuing to have these kids live the 5 pillars of our school, which are spell out pride, positivity, respect, innovation, determination, and excellence.
You know, you are a former WWE superstar.
Not former.
You are a current superstar and ambassador, I should say. But you are a guy that rolls up your sleeves. I mean, I literally was walking around Slide with you, carrying chairs and desks. I mean, you're not a guy that points the finger telling people what to do. You are the man doing it. And when you talk about a great city and you talk about being part of the fabric of the community, that is who you are, and that's who the rest of us need to be if we're going to continue to watch the city grow and get the accolades it continues to get.
Yeah, I always say that empowered people empower people, and the only way you can truly empower and inspire someone is for them to see you doing the work and to see you accomplishing dreams. And fortunately, we have a community of people here that truly believe in giving back, and it's a lot easier to ask people to participate when they see you actually doing the work. It's easy to write checks, which your financial contributions are definitely important. But you know, I could be doing a million different things, and I do a million different things. But serving will always be at the top of that, aside from being a father to my children, because I truly understand that there were people in positions that invested in me when they had essentially nothing to gain in return when I was a kid. And now I get a chance every single day that I wake up to not only give that back to the universe, but also partner with other people that believe in the same thing.
And paying it forward all the time. And for those of you who don't follow Titus on his social media, first of all, you should. But another thing you're going to learn about him is that you're an amazing cook, my man. When are you going to join me in the Bloom kitchen? And
oh, I mean, I could do that any day. I mean, I know y'all got Chef Hab here, you know, from Blue Lawn. You know, I can go over there and throw together some stuff too. You know, that's what I do, guys. I'm a very well-rounded individual that does many things. I don't just look this good because I eat good, but I also cook good.
Titus, I love you, man. Thank you so much. It's always such a pleasure to see you. Stick around to find out why Tampa's beautiful backdrop is drawing in new residents in droves who are looking to live a healthy lifestyle when Bloom returns. You're watching Bloom, presented by Lifeguard Imaging. We begin where your checkup ends. Call now 813-582-5222 to schedule your scan today. From our beautiful beaches and Bayshore Boulevard, the longest continuous sidewalk in the United States, plus our incredible river walk, the city of Tampa is a playground for health enthusiasts. And another reason our city made Time Magazine's list of one of the best cities to live in the world. Joining us now with what's drawing so many people to Tampa is realtor Marianne Delgado with Premier Sotheby's International Realty. Marianne, it's great to see you.
It's great to see you too. Thanks for having me.
Oh, absolutely. And man, what a city that we live in. I mean, you must be one busy lady. People are moving here in droves.
Very busy, definitely. People are moving here. And the thing is, they call me, they want to find places where they can find proximity to the water. So I'm like, well, that's pretty much everywhere here in Tampa. You know, you can live on Davis Island, you can live on Bayshore, you can go all the way to the beaches. We have it all.
Yeah, I mean, even if you're living in some of our northern sections, it's really relatively a short drive, like whether you're coming from Wesley Chapel, you know, West Chase, wherever you're coming from, you think about it, people come around from around the world to experience what we experience, and it is a healthy lifestyle. I mean, you're outside, you're soaking up the Florida sun. You see people exercising everywhere you go.
Exactly.
It's a place that almost breathes life into you.
Exactly. And the thing is, like, what is not to love? You have 12 months of the year of, you know, sunshine where you can go boating, fishing, you can go, you know, golfing, tennis, anything that you like to do. And again, you know, again, there's those people that like to jog every day. They like to walk their dogs, and you can do that all year round. I mean, a lot of the people that are calling are coming from Minnesota, Wisconsin, Massachusetts. You know, they want to escape that cold weather that's year round, or not year round with them, but you know, most of the time with them, and they get that here.
Well, let's talk about, let's talk about the real estate here in the Tampa Bay market. I have 4 daughters, all of whom I would love to see move back home. Do you see it where we're going to just, the prices are going to escalate to a point where it's unaffordable? I mean, you know, you see big cities, it's expensive to live there, or is there still something that the New Yorkers, the Californians are coming in and say, this is not really a bad deal?
Well, you're right, because some places, it's where it is very expensive, like California, New York, they think this is a bargain, you know. But you're right, you know, I have $3 myself, and I always wonder, you know, where are they going to be able to live if they come back to Tampa? And there are options, you know, there's townhomes, there's condos in some areas, and what's been great is there's little sections outside of the city, like Riverside Heights and Tampa Heights, that are just getting built up and just getting, you know, these charming little homes that they're able to like refurbish and make them affordable. So that's what's nice. There are definitely some affordable housing, as well as some of your higher price, you know, lifestyle.
Yeah, because you want to see young families be able
Absolutely.
to build a life here and not to be outsourced. And then the connectivity, and something that, you know, you and I kind of growing up seeing in our early 20s, it was a field trip if you were going to go across the bay to St. Pete or Clearwater. You might as well have gone to North Georgia at that point.
Right.
But now these communities are interconnected in a way that is just unbelievable.
Well, it's easy, you're right, because now I can tell someone who's coming from here, if you want land, there's places in Brandon. If you want, you know, a home over in Wesley Chapel, you know, they have these great developments that have your swimming pools and your walking trails and like a resort lifestyle, and they're affordable homes, you know, that they can, like you said, build their families and have great schools and build their life there.
And I mean, would you say, I mean, when you talk about Tampa Bay and your realtor friends, I mean, do you talk about the healthy living that happens here? I mean, is that something that is a draw?
Oh, of course, exactly. Because everyone, like you said, they like to go for their walks, their jogs. We have, you know, Bayshore Boulevard, but a lot of these communities have built that into their community developments. The walking trails, pools, lap pools, you know, for people who are swimming outside and everything. So yes, definitely. We definitely like to encourage that with everybody.
What do you see next for the city? I mean, with you know, inflation numbers like they are and interest rates where they are, which I know historically they're not as high, as painful as they feel to a lot of people now. Are you still seeing the movement? Are you still seeing things happening, or what's happening? What's finger on the pulse?
Right. Well, right now, you know, bidding wars were the big thing last year. Well, that's kind of subsided a little bit. You know, prices are decreasing a little bit, the market's shifting, but it's encouraging for buyers now, because now they can come here. There's not quite as much competition. You're able to maybe take some time to look at different homes that are in the market and take your time and not feel like you have to, you know, make an offer right that day as soon as it's on the market.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's still a lot of what we talk about, you know, this is a health and wellness show, and we talk about people's financial health. And I know that when it was a bidding war and prices were going through the roof, but things are stabilizing. The city is still thriving.
Still thriving, for sure.
Still thriving. People are still moving here, but it's kind of finding its footing again.
Exactly. It's slowing down a little bit. Yes.
Okay. Marianne, it's such a pleasure to see you. We appreciate you kind of giving a realtor's perspective of why this is such a great place to live.
It's a great place to move to, for
All right.
sure.
All right. When we come back, we are making mocktails with yet another hot spot that helped Tampa make its way onto Time Magazine's Best Places to Live in the World, Tampa's new 5-star hotel, The Addition. Bloom will be right back.
Do you listen to the TV on high volume or have trouble hearing conversations? Then you would benefit from hearing aids. Don't waste thousands on expensive hearing aids when you can get Nano's revolutionary technology just $347. Don't be fooled by higher-priced hearing aids. The CIC Recharge is a true hearing aid, not an amplifier. With rechargeable technology, many customers say is superior to more expensive models. Call now and get not 1 but 2 Nano hearing aids for just $347. Plus, we'll add a portable charging dock and ship your order absolutely free. The CIC Recharge has a tiny in-the-ear canal design that is nearly invisible. Why keep missing out on important conversations or waste thousands of dollars? Call and get 2 CIC Recharge hearing aids for only $347 and free shipping. Call now.
800-854-2435. Again, that's 800-854-2435.
Tampa's new 5-star hotel, The Addition, is one of the many reasons Tampa made Time Magazine's list of best places to live in the world. Joining us to make mocktails that you can enjoy at our new beautiful hotel is award-winning mixologist Terrance, who is the director of Arts Club and Punch Room at Tampa Addition. What a privilege it is to have you on our show.
Thank you very much. It's a privilege for me to be here.
And congratulations on your new book, Distilled, that was just released. Is it actually a compilation of your amazing cocktails?
Actually, it's about distillation and then distilled spirits. So it has everything that you need to know about what will happen to the distilled spirits and how they come up. So it's very beautiful book with a lot of illustrations and images.
That's beautiful. I'm so excited. So there is a huge health movement of people either rotating in mocktails so they're not spending an entire night drinking alcohol or just going alcohol free. And you've really spent a lot of time crafting these types of cocktails so people can enjoy, you know, the beautiful backdrop of here of Tampa Bay and be healthy at the same time.
Yeah, exactly. You know, as people have become more health conscious in recent years, there has been a lot of emerging industry of non-alcoholic drinks coming up, and that this gives the mixologists an inspiration to rethink the cocktails, right? So there are a lot of new distilled non-alcoholic spirits that replicates the non-alcoholic counterparts as closely as possible. So basically, you can use the drinks to recreate the non-alcoholic version of classic cocktails, or you can come up with a new recipe that it would stand on its own.
That's awesome. So what are you making for us today?
Today we will do 2 non-alcoholic cocktails, as referred as a mocktail, right, around the world. So we're going to do a punch first, which is the Eastern Sea Punch. It's a signature punch of our punch room in Tampa Edition. And it is made with honey, ginger, verjuice. Verjuice is a tart juice of unripe grapes. And it has vanilla, lemon, and lime. It has some glitter in it, so it's very nice, shiny.
Beautiful. That's beautiful.
So we have a big ice in the punch bowl, so you can. This is for the group to come enjoy, talk about it. They can serve. They can just
Everyone
take
gets
a bowl.
their own punch bowl. I like that.
Exactly.
That's perfect. Awesome. Well, ooh, nice. I'm gonna taste this, and this is a mocktail, folks. I'm keeping it clean here on Bloom. Thank you.
So you can see it's very easy to drink. It has a blueberries, so that can be considered as a very healthy drink.
I love it. Cheers to that. This is great. And what's next on the menu?
So we have the next cocktail we call a Pink Flamingo.
Okay.
We created in here so just to have something related to the Tampa and Florida in general. So it has, again, the tea. We prefer tea as a base. So it gives a very nice tannin flavors and it gives a body to the drink. So it has tea, grapefruit oleo, grapefruit juice, and grapefruit soda.
Nice.
So it's very nice. Oleo is actually, you probably heard about oleo a lot. The oleo is like oleo saccharum, which means sugar oil from Latin. So it's basically you take sugar, you squeeze, or you take the peels from the citrus, you soak it in there, and the sugar will get all the flavors and oils from the fruit.
This
so
is
it will
amazing.
become very
I love it. All right, so these are amazing. Like, I wish you could taste what I'm tasting, because it's like a flavor profile of a mocktail that makes you feel like you're enjoying, you know, a cocktail, but actually it's just a healthy mix. And a lot went into making this happen at the Addition. So, gosh, I can't thank you enough for coming and making these treats here with us on Bloom.
Absolute pleasure. You know that people become more health conscious, right? As I mentioned before. So the spirits as well. So we have like distilled non-alcoholic spirits. So you can use these spirits if before you could see one or
Right.
maximum two non-alcoholic cocktails in the menus on the cocktail bars around the world, but now you can see the entire section is devoted to the non-alcoholic cocktails.
So it just makes the menu that much more broad. Congratulations on your book. Thank you for
you
the
very
amazing
much.
drinks. We're going to post these drink recipes on our website, so that's a big treat. And up next, we're looking at the explosion of growth in the Tampa downtown area and healthy events happening when Bloom returns. Welcome back to Bloom. We're celebrating Time Magazine picking Tampa as one of the best places to live in the world. And the explosion of growth in our downtown district is one of the many reasons why. Joining us now from the Tampa Downtown Partnership is Interim President Sean Drinkard. Sean, it's great to meet you.
Glad to be here. Thank you.
I've had so much fun with your team working out, the free workout classes downtown. We're going to
I've
talk
heard.
more about that. But man, the city is coming to life. I know you guys play a big role in bringing things together. Talk me through it. I mean, the Water Street District, unbelievable.
Yeah, Water Street District is a world-class district. You know, what has happened in Water Street, always giving credit to everything that leaders over decades have done to bring downtown and Tampa to where it is today. You know, Jeff Vinnick and investors, they saw everything that had been built over decades and decades, and that was the prime location to do what they have done just in a matter of years.
And if you're from the Tampa Bay area, I grew up on Davis Islands here in Tampa, and you remember the downtown district. We have a lot of newbies here, but downtown, the sidewalks used to roll up at 5 o'clock. When the business people went home, life just died. But the downtown area has really become a place to live, work, and play with that healthy backdrop of all the things going on.
Sure. So the Tampa Downtown Partnership was really created almost 40 years ago in that time when everything rolled up. So there was the time frame of redevelopment and bringing everything back, and now we are flourishing in the neighborhoods, the districts that we have, and all the great things you can do in an urban environment in a great city that we have today.
Yeah, and you know, I've walked down city streets with mayors, you know, whether it's Pam Iorio, Dick Greco, these visionaries that look out, and they would describe to you almost like they could see it right before their eyes what was to come. And it's here in the Riverwalk, which, you know, gosh, you see people jogging, biking, dogs. I mean, it's so incredible to see that all come together.
Oh yeah, no, the Riverwalk, and going back to Mayor Poe and what they started there just at the Kennedy Bridge, that little simple idea, 40, 50 years later, that's what's connected all of our downtown neighborhoods together, all the waterfront parks. That is truly the spine of the center of the river, the center of the city.
And then I think it's cool that not only do we have an amazing city, but we also invite the community to be part of it. And you know, that could be with whether you're boating, paddle boarding, kayaking, working out. I mean, this is a place where you really are living your best life.
Yeah, everything on the water is alive. You know, you look at the convention center and all of the different activities you now have on the waterfront there. If you're at Curtis Dixon Park and you see the river, it is live in so many ways. Every different type of opportunity, recreation on the waterfront and adjacent to the waterfront, downtown has that.
And I'm sad you weren't there to witness my hip hop skills, but I did. I did get the chance to go on the riverfront and join one of the free workout classes, and those are a blast. And that's another thing. You know, it's not just folks from Tampa. People are driving across the bay to be part of this.
Yeah. No, 13 years ago, we started the recreational classes in Curtis Dixon Park. And at that time, you know, 13 years ago, the idea of this free class in a park, in a downtown, like what's the purpose? And that is a true piece of that urban lifestyle. So we have all of those throughout the week, whether it's a concert, a recreational activity, that is all part of public space, urban life. And we don't have residents that get it, live it, breathe it every day.
What's next for downtown Tampa?
Next for downtown Tampa, you know, I think that we have all of these distinct neighborhoods, whether it's, you know, the Heights, West River, Water Street, Channel District, all these areas of passionate residents that have their neighborhoods and their communities, and connecting them in a stronger way, because that's the cool thing now, to explore all the neighborhoods and the restaurants that are there, the businesses that are there. So I think we need to connect and intertwine them in a greater way, because people love to explore.
They certainly do, and
Yeah.
what a great city we have to explore. And you know, and we're talking a lot about Tampa, but that includes, you know, across the bay, our friends in Clearwater, St. Pete. It's very, you know, there's a lot of synergy going on. So thank you for coming on.
Thank you. It's a
Bloom.
pleasure.
Absolutely. And we're going to post a story on our website. And before we go to break, it is time for today's Bloom trivia question. What was the original mocktail? Virgin margarita, Shirley Temple, or non-alcoholic sangria? We're going to have the answer after the break.
Attention cancer victims who use the weed killer Roundup. A federal jury unanimously found that Monsanto's popular weed killer Roundup was a substantial factor in causing cancer. You may be entitled to substantial compensation. If you or someone you love used Roundup and were diagnosed with cancer, call the number on your screen now. Don't wait. There may be time deadlines to file a claim.
Call 800-925-8035. That's 800-925-8035.
Here's a great way to save money on your prescription medications. If you take Viagra or Cialis, we can give you a way to pay as little as $2 a pill. Compare that to prices as high as $60 per tablet. Call now with your prescription and pay as little as $2 a pill. We offer 24/7 service and always free delivery and confidential packaging. Call Pharmacy Shop 24/7 to get generic versions of Viagra or Cialis for as little as $2 a pill, plus free discreet shipping.
Do you owe $10,000 or more to the IRS?
Call the tax man. Ooh, call the tax man. Call the tax man.
If you owe $10,000 or more to the IRS, call me right now. The IRS is the most relentless collection agency in America. They have the power to legally take everything you own. Home, paycheck, autos, any asset you have. So what do? Call me now. My team of experts can help you keep your money. We have programs that can significantly reduce or eliminate what you owe, even payment plans that now stretch out for months. We can also stop collection calls, wage garnishments, and remove tax liens. So if you owe the IRS a lot of money and you want to keep it, don't wait. Call the tax man right now.
Call the tax man. Ooh, call the tax man. Call the tax man.
It's time for today's Bloom trivia question. What was the original mocktail? Virgin margarita, Shirley Temple, or non-alcoholic sangria? The answer is the Shirley Temple. There's a variety of competing claims about the drink's origin. Several restaurants and hotels in Beverly Hills and even Hawaii say they invented the drink for Temple when she visited with her parents. Well, thank you so much for tuning into Bloom today. Don't forget to follow Bloom on social media. We're on all major platforms, and we hope you'll tune in again on the next Bloom presented by Lifeguard Imaging. On the heels of World Health Day, we're talking about some of the newest and most impactful health trends happening today. From a new FDA-approved treatment for mood disorders to a hands-on meetup with a licensed psychologist who is a medical intuitive and uses art to heal. And we'll have another edition of Gayle's Girlfriends in Real Life. We're checking out the healthy mocktail trend with triple board certified physician Dr. Lisa Coach and holistic nutritionist JJ Virgin.
Do you want to try the spice?
Yes, I like it spicy.
Me too.
I'm a spicy girl.
I'm a spicy girl too.
All right, stay healthy, everyone, and I will see you on the next Bloom. Call now 813-582-5222 to schedule your scan today.